right now. You are looking at one of the most famous structures in human history. But what if I told you, almost everything you believe about it is wrong? For thousands of years, people called this a wall, a simple barrier, a defense line. But historians recently noticed something strange. Certain stones are carved from the inside, symbols that cannot be seen from the outside, which means they were never meant for enemies. They were meant for someone inside. And then researchers discovered hidden openings, perfectly disguised in the stone. Not damage, not repairs, doors, secret doors. And suddenly a terrifying possibility appeared. The Great Wall of China was not built only to keep invaders out. It was also designed to control what was inside. Tonight we are going to take this structure apart, layer by layer. And uncover why, after 2,000 years, we may have completely misunderstood the real purpose of the Great Wall. 5,000 years. That is how long humans have stared at this structure and still misunderstood it. Everyone thinks they already know the Great Wall of China. You've heard the famous claim your entire life, that it is the only man-made structure visible from space. But astronauts quietly admitted something surprising. From orbit, the wall almost disappears. It blends into the mountains. It hides in the terrain. It becomes invisible. And that is the perfect metaphor for the truth. Because the closer you look at the Great Wall, the less it behaves like a wall. Tourists see a long stone barrier. Historians describe a border defense. But when researchers began studying it carefully, stone by stone, they discovered something else entirely. This was not just a barrier. It was a system, a machine. And parts of it still confuse modern engineers. In the late 20th century, restoration workers were assigned to repair a damaged section of the wall. The plan was simple: break the old bricks, rebuild the foundation, strengthen the structure. They brought excavators and heavy construction equipment. After all, the material was hundreds of years old. It should crumble easily. The metal bucket struck the wall and bounced back. The teeth of the machines chipped and cracked. Sparks flew. But the ancient wall did not break. The harder they hit, the stronger it seemed. Engineers were shocked. Old mortar normally turns to dust. This didn't. It felt almost alive. Locals began whispering old legends. Some said the builders used dark rituals. Others believed blood had been mixed into the stone. But the real answer was far stranger. Scientists analyzed samples in a laboratory. The secret ingredient was not magic. It was food. Sticky rice. Ancient builders mixed slaked lime with rice soup. Chemically, the rice released a compound called amylopectin. It controlled crystal formation and created a dense elastic structure. Over time, the material absorbed carbon dioxide from the air and slowly hardened. Instead of weakening with age, it grew stronger. The Great Wall is, quite literally, the strongest rice mixture ever created by humans. And it even resists earthquakes better than modern concrete. But the next discovery was darker. For centuries, a story haunted travelers. A woman searching for her missing husband reached the wall and learned he had died during construction. According to the legend, workers were buried inside the structure itself. People began calling the wall the longest cemetery in the world. Archaeologists decided to investigate. They scanned and excavated multiple sections, and they found something unexpected. There were no bodies inside the wall. None. The reason was simple engineering logic. A decomposing body creates cavities. Cavities weaken structures. Ancient builders understood this. They buried workers nearby, not inside. The wall stands on stone, soil, and rice mortar, not bones. Then researchers traveled west into the Gobi Desert. There were no mountains, No bricks, no stone quarries, only sand and brutal wind. Yet the wall existed there too. From a distance it looked like natural hills, but straight lines don't exist in nature. The structure was over 2,000 years old, and it was made mostly from sand. Builders layered reeds and branches, then added gravel and soil. Finally, they poured salty water over it. As it dried, salt crystals formed between the grains, locking them together. The branches acted like steel reinforcement bars. They had invented ancient reinforced concrete. For a long time, historians believed the wall was simply a passive shield. High, thick, impenetrable. But in 2022, high-resolution drone scans revealed something incredible. Hidden within the stonework were over 130 perfectly disguised openings. Secret doors. From the outside, the wall appeared solid. From the inside, soldiers could break a thin layer of bricks and suddenly appear behind enemy forces. The wall was not designed to hide soldiers. It was designed to surprise enemies. It was an active defense system. A trap. And nature itself helped protect it. For decades, dark moss and lichen covering parts of the wall were considered damage. Restoration teams planned to clean it away. Scientists stopped them just in time. Under a microscope, they discovered a biological crust, a living layer of microorganisms. It sealed the surface, protected against erosion, and reinforced soil sections.